Oh, hello, and happy Thanksgiving. Hello everyone, I am Jenna and this is Jen and Tonic. Thank you so much for tuning in and happy Thanksgiving. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I will be putting out videos weekly. I've been thinking about doing a holiday Cosmo since I used the Porthole last time for the bourbon infused with apples and spices. And if you didn't check that out, you can find it in my page. I ended up using it to make a winter Manhattan, which was absolutely delicious. So ever since then, I was thinking about how I could incorporate the ingredients that you traditionally experience in a Cosmo into the Porthole itself. A Cosmo is traditionally vodka, cranberry juice, orange curacao, and fresh lime juice. So what I did was I tried to incorporate as much of it into the Porthole itself. And if you would like to get one of these, I can include the link for you as well. It makes a great Christmas present. If you're not familiar with a Porthole, what's really cool about it is that because it's so thin, you're able to infuse things a lot quicker than you would if you put it, say, in a mason jar, because so much of the surface of the liquid that you put in it is touching whatever you're infusing it with. If you wanted to, you could put something into this Porthole and take it out within 2 to 3 hours and still have a pretty good infusion. Because I was trying something new and I really wanted to get extraction of all the flavors, I've chosen to let this sit for a couple of days. I also was hoping to get a little bit of the pink color that you experience with a Cosmo by all of the dried cranberries that I put in here. So I'm anxious to try this to see what it tastes like. The history of the Cosmo is pretty brief. It's a very new drink in the cocktail world. One of the most popular stories that I read was that in 1975 it was invented when bartender Neil Murray of Cork and Cleaver added cranberry juice to a kamikaze, which is vodka lime, and the patron who drank it said, "How cosmopolitan." The most likely and most accepted story is that it was invented in Miami in the 1980s by a bartender named Cheryl Cook. And I read that she said the reason that she created it was because a lot of people wanted to drink out of a martini glass, but a lot of people couldn't handle drinking a martini. So she created this drink as something a little bit more palatable for the general public. And her original recipe was of absolute citron, a splash of triple, a dash of Rose's lime, and just enough cranberry juice to make it oh so pretty pink. I was doing a little bit of history on cranberries and I learned that they're indigenous to Native America. I also learned that they were given to the Pilgrims on the very first Thanksgiving as a sign of peace and friendship by the Native Americans that ate that first meal with them. For this holiday Cosmo, I really wanted it to have some of those holiday flavors that you experience at Thanksgiving. So I included in it the orange slices and the limes, as well as a cinnamon stick, some fresh sage, some fresh rosemary, and then I did dried cranberries. And check out this quick video to see what that looked like yesterday when I loaded it. For my Cosmo-inspired drink today, I'm going to be omitting the cranberry juice. If you try this and it is too potent, you can of course add an ounce back in. For my recipe, I'm going to do 2 ounces of my infusion, I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of lime, and I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of orange curacao. So we'll see how it turns out. And I'm using my Modern Mixology line of barware again because I've got the ounce markers on the side, which makes it very convenient for me. So then I'm gonna do a 1/2 ounce of orange curacao. And then I'm gonna do 2 ounces of my Porthole infusion, which is coming out really pink, which makes me happy. Traditionally, this drink would be shaken, so I'm going to do that today. Obviously, traditionally served in a martini glass. And I did get the pink color I was looking for. It's not as pink as I wanted. All right, now for garnish. Traditionally, it is a flamed orange garnish. When you're doing this, I was reading that it's best to get as little of the pith as possible, the white part, because it helps you to express as much oils as possible. So I'm going to do that first, as thin as I possibly can, and I want to get a nice long strip. Not too bad, not too much white. Very long, lighter for safety. I did it! Oh. It doesn't take much, guys. You immediately can smell the burnt orange that I flamed over top of it. That turned out so good. I am very happy with this, guys. I wasn't really sure because I incorporated a lot of herbs if it was gonna be too, I guess medicinal, but it's great. You can really taste the rosemary, not so much the sage. The rosemary did overpower a little bit. I taste the cranberry, I taste the orange, I taste the lime, and you can smell the cinnamon. So it turned out great. And I used fire and I didn't hurt myself. So in my book, a win. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you dare to do the flaming orange garnish, please be careful. Once again, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving. I am Jenna, and this is Jen and Tonic.